give you a little secret. He hates her. He can't stand her.
What's up, guys? Boy Benny. It is October, spooky season, and Joe Biden, well, he might be wearing a costume, might not. Joe Biden may actually vote in Trump this election cycle. Sure. Look at this. Here's Joe Biden wearing a Trump 2024 hat. It's like a curse has been lifted from Joe Biden just in time for Halloween. A curse that makes Joe Biden a nasty, awful, partisan, vengeful, horrible human being. And maybe he's always been like that, but this is sort of the Joe Biden that a lot of people tended to know over the past 50 years in politics. Old-timey Joe, clapping backs, having laughs, talking smack, wearing a Trump 2024 hat. This is more like the lunch pail Joe that we know. And it's great to see, actually. It's awesome to see Joe Biden endorse Donald Trump. Is he doing it because he hates Kamala Harris? Yes, he is. Is he doing it because he's vengeful against Kamala Harris for backstabbing him and stealing his opportunity to be a two-term president? Yes. This is exactly what's going on. This is Joe Biden's revenge, and it's a beautiful thing. It's like amazing to see this moment in American history. It's like a weight has been lifted off of Joe Biden. And now that Joe Biden is no longer the Muppet puppet of the regime, Joe Biden is able to behave more like a human being, right? He's got little parts of his soul back. And that's wonderful to see. You shouldn't ever feel sorry for Joe Biden. I think Joe Biden's the worst president of my lifetime. Either that or George W. Bush. I'm not exactly sure. But Joe Biden is definitely one of the worst presidents of my lifetime. Don't feel bad for him. But you're seeing in these certain moments of levity, Joe Biden just like a return to normal. And this hurricane, obviously, that is barreling towards my hometown of Tampa, is a very dangerous thing and should be taken very seriously. And the people who are in charge of this country that actually care about this country, they should be behaving in a serious manner and like attempting to prevent Americans from dying. At the very least, can we say that that's what we want, right? This is what would happen to my house, like similar to my house, like a pretty average American home during a Category 3 or Category 4, Category 5. It's Category 5 hurricane. Like, I just don't have a house anymore, and this may well happen. So there's a lot at stake here, and we need serious people taking serious action in politics. Instead, Kamala Harris has decided to play political games, has decided to make this a political thing when Americans are dying from Hurricane Helene, and many Americans may die from Hurricane Milton. She attacked Governor DeSantis. Governor DeSantis is trying to save lives right now, and Kamala Harris is literally attacking him for not taking her phone calls. Like, lady, you're not president. I know this is going to come as a news shock to you, but you're not in charge. People are savaging Kamala Harris for this. It's a despicable act, calling it a political malpractice, effectively. Ron DeSantis denying this ever happened, but it created a bit of a kerfuffle. A little bit of like a who said what. Ron DeSantis is going to finish that game by going on TV and saying, Kamala Harris has no role here. I've worked with Joe Biden, and Joe Biden is fine. Watch this.
And we've been laser focused on leveraging all resources available, including from the federal government. And I've been in touch with both FEMA and the president, as well as marshaling all our state agencies and working to support our local communities. And so for Kamala Harris to try to say that my sole focus on the people of Florida is somehow selfish is delusional. She has no role in this. In fact, she's been vice president for 3.5 years. I've dealt with a number of storms under this administration. She has never contributed anything to any of these efforts. And so what I think is selfish is her trying to blunder into this. No. And here's the thing. She has no role. No, she has no role in this process. I'm in contact with the president of the United States. I'm in contact with FEMA director. I'm obviously managing all our state agencies. We're supporting all our local government. And I will say this. I've had storms under both President Trump and President Biden, and I've worked well with both of them. She's the first one who's trying to politicize the storm, and she's doing that just because of her campaign. She's trying to get some type of an edge. She knows she's doing poorly. And so she's playing these political games. I don't have time for political games. I've got people whose lives are on the line. I've got people whose homes and their possessions are on the line. And we are focused 100% on that mission. I'm not worried about playing her political games. And so she is being selfish by trying to blunder into this when we're working just fine.
DeSantis making headlines around the world for saying Kamala Harris is nothing but harmful in this process. And she's just doing this because she's failing politically. And we can prove that. Well, lo and behold, here comes Joe Biden once again, putting a hat and saying, no, Kamala Harris is lying. I'm working great with Ron DeSantis. So this is like another sabotage moment for the campaign. And it also happened while Kamala Harris was live on The View. This is the second or third time that Joe Biden's done this, where Kamala Harris does a campaign event or some type of big interview, and Joe Biden comes walking out and Bigfoots her, and now is like backing DeSantis. Incredible. Watch.
Mr. President, as far as everything that you like to do.
The governor of Florida has been cooperative. He said he's gotten all that he needs. I talked to him again yesterday, and I said, no, you're doing a great job. It's all being done well. We thank you for it. And I literally gave my personal phone number to call. So I don't know. There was a rough start in some places, but every governor from Florida to North Carolina has been fully cooperative and supportive and acknowledged what this team is doing. And they're doing an incredible job. But we got a lot more to do.
Kamala Harris was on The View at the exact same time. She was pressed on this by The View. This is a horrible look for her, that you're going to be attacking the state that's being devastated by not one, but two hurricanes in as many weeks. Check this out.
Now, he said this morning, you've never called regarding any of the storms Florida has had since you've been vice president until apparently now, and called it political. What's your response to that?
Well, first of all, I have called and talked with, in the course of this crisis, this most recent crisis, Democrat and Republican governors. Called, taken the call, answered the call, had a conversation. So, obviously, this is not an issue that is about partisanship or politics for certain leaders, but maybe is for others. Mm-hmm.
Absolute total cringe. And DeSantis is right. It's because our campaign is failing. Look at what's happened over the last 24 hours. Donald Trump just skyrocketing in the betting odds, and Joe Biden just bodying Kamala. Holy crap, Joe Biden just said Ron DeSantis has his direct number, is doing a great job. Totally undercutting Kamala Harris. He hates her. He's not hiding it now. Joe Biden throws Kamala under the bus. Biden says DeSantis is doing a great job, has his direct number. Whew, baby. Man, people are saying, do these guys just get along now? We did it, Joe. Biden bodying Kamala again. Wow. Kamala is currently on The View for the second time in a week. Biden has counter-programmed her and is holding a White House briefing on the hurricane at the exact same time. Kamala say, what now? Kamala blasted DeSantis. Biden just said that DeSantis is doing a great job. Just imagine the fighting going on between these two behind the scenes in the White House. The joy is gone. The joy is gone. Despicable. Despicable. Total coincidence, I'm sure, says Charlie Kirk. Kamala yesterday accused DeSantis of playing political games. Now Biden says he's doing a great job and he's cooperative. Florida governor won't take my phone calls. Biden, he's doing a great job and he has my personal cell phone number. This is says savage. Ron DeSantis has my personal cell phone number and can call anytime he wants. Joe Biden is really undermining Kamala Harris now. It is beautiful to watch. Look at that. Joe Biden synced Kamala again. He is sabotaging Kamala at this point. He's pissed. They booted him out. Biden MAGA hat pick. You can find photos of Joe Biden in a MAGA hat. What a country. What a time. What a time to live in. Incredible. Ron DeSantis having the last laugh here, going on Fox News this morning and saying, you know what? Like Kamala, I didn't even know she tried to contact me, but it's not about you, Kamala. It's about the people of Florida. Just sort of like leaning in to the selfishness of this moment. This is a wretched look for Kamala Harris. These hurricanes may sink her, for lack of a better term, right? Here we go.
My focus has not been on dealing with Kamala Harris. I saw the news report. I didn't know she tried to contact me, but I'd also say it's not about you, Kamala. It's about the people of Florida. My focus is exactly where it should be. And I can tell you this, I've worked on these hurricanes under both President Trump and President Biden. Neither of them ever tried to politicize it. She has never called on any of the storms we've had since she's been vice president until apparently now. Why all of a sudden is she trying to parachute in and inject herself when she's never shown any interest in the past? We know it's because of politics. We know it's because of her campaign. I have zero time to entertain these political games. We're going to continue to do what we need to do to prepare and respond to what may be one of the most damaging storms in the history of the United States. So she says focusing on protecting your people is selfish. I think she ought to look in the mirror.